Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is May the 25th, 2026, and this is episode 350. And on today's show, I have whips. I have one of my mom's cross stitches I thought I'd show you guys. And I have something I want to show you about a different 25 count fabric that I kind of didn't like. So sit back and relax. Grab your beverage of choice. Water for me. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's 2 weeks? Mine started out really good until I caught a cold and sneezing, coughing, that kind of stuff. I still have the cough, so I'm hoping I won't cough during this, but if I do, I can edit the coughs out, obviously. Yeah, it's been a kind of quiet 2 weeks because the week that I was ill, I didn't get a lot of stitching done. I've been playing Pocopia like crazy. So yeah, I did stitch, just not every day and just not a lot. So I will show you. I have stayed with my Mania Monday new starts, so I have 2 new starts to show you guys. Whip Go has gone along the sideway, and I waved bye-bye to it. I had And They Sinned this month, and even though I love the project, I would love to have the project, I just can't make myself stitch it. I'm not going to UFO it. I'm just going to put it aside and decide later. So in that regards, I'm just not going to do Whip Go this year. Whip Go is really hard for me sometimes because I like to stitch what I like to stitch on. And for the last year and a half, I have really tried to condense everything I stitch, and I get really bored. So I opened all of my stitching back up again. Same designer, several pieces. Gonna start whatever I want to start since I have a box full of new starts that I could start. So yeah. So you might be seeing some new starts because my idea this year was Mania and 1 a month. I do have enough pulled out for the Mania and 1 a month. And then 2 in January. So we'll see if I start those before. I'm hoping not to, the 2 I picked for January, but it's really hard. It's really hard. But I do have a lot of other new starts I could just start if I wanted to. And I have the floss for it. So I might as well, right? Right. Anything else? Oh, a cross stick. It also, bye-bye. I might do June. I'm not sure. I may do parts of it. And I may it's Kindred Loops. So the 2 O's, I may not even do 2 separate. I may just one day, those 2 O's are done. Instead of doing daily, because it was making me write down on my calendar what I was going to stitch at the beginning of the month, and I'm not rigid like that. I like to be flexible. I like to stitch whatever I want to. So some words may not be filled out, maybe only part of the word, maybe not at all. So that's where we're going to go from going forward. I do want to do Whip Go next year because my idea for Whip Go next year is full coverage. It's just put all my full coverages on there, and I may have 6, I may have 7, they may go on a couple of different times, and still have my main full coverage, and then have all these other full coverages to fill in a couple of times a month. And to me, that's better and easier to do than what I was doing. And I may say color, or if there's orange in it, if it's got an animal, those kinds of things too, instead of you have to do gamer on this date. So I'll play with that, give myself some big leeway on WhipGo next year. I know that Jessie Marie has put it out. I didn't even look. So if you're interested in following, Jessie Marie Duff's Desk puts it out on the 25th of each month, the WhipGo calls. So if you're wanting to follow it, I would find her on YouTube or Facebook and follow her that way. And it's WhipGo on Facebook. I think it's WhipGo 2026, in fact, if you want to follow her. So that's all the blathering. Let's see. Now let's back this up. The first Friday, I didn't go knitting. The second Friday, I did. We did have the littles one Sunday. Last Sunday, we did not. Yeah, so it's been the same with those things. Our garden out front is doing wonderfully. I believe I've said that he dug out most of our rhubarb plant. Our rhubarb has already produced 8 cups of rhubarb, and it's only May. And it's a big plant. It's up against the house in a container garden, so it starts peeking out even before all the snow has melted. So yeah, we do really good rhubarb, but we don't use it. I have one recipe. I've made it twice. The first time it was overly sweet. The second time it needed a little bit more sugar in one of the sections that I took the sugar out. And it wasn't that it was tart, it was that it didn't make as much juice without that extra sugar. So I'm going to have to, instead of taking it completely out, maybe only do like half of it. Hubby and I like sweets, but that first one was way too sweet. So we'll have to keep playing with the recipe. It's one I've always made with the rhubarb, and I really like it. It's like a strawberry rhubarb crumble kind of thing, and it's really good. This last time though, it was really thick on the bottom, so I need to probably figure out my base a little bit better. Maybe figure a different base. Maybe that would help. But you know, you live and you learn, and you bake. It's only the few things that I bake. Yeah, so the garden is going well. The yard is doing well, and we're just having a good summer. So, or spring, I should say. It's not summer yet. It still has not gone anywhere near warm here. I think 65 was the warmest we had in the last 2 weeks. So it's been a little chilly. And it even went back down to 39 degrees a couple of days ago for 2 nights. So our tomatoes I was a little worried about, but they were fine. They did just fine. They're still hanging in there. So yeah, shall we get on with the stitching, and stop the blathering? I think so. All right, I'm going to show you my 2 new starts first, and then we'll get on with it. So my first new start is Starry Night. Let's see. It is Starry Night of the Living Dead. This is by Unconventional Cross Stitch. It is being stitched on a 25 count Zweigart Easy Guide with 1/1 with all the called for floss. So this is it. It is beautiful. I absolutely love this. It is only going to be 8 inches by 8 inches. So it's fairly small, and I'm really happy. I purchased the pattern when they had a fire. It was one of those help us because they had a fire. They didn't have the floss or the fabric and everything because they lost everything. So I did purchase this pattern then. But I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful. I just love it. So this is the one that I wanted to talk to you guys about fabric. I picked up on Amazon some, let's see, Luca S 25 count by Dimensions fabric. And this is, and actually no, the dimensions are 100 by 100, sorry. It's by Zweigart, made in Germany. I don't like it. I started it. Let me see which way. This way. So I started it. It is crunchy. It feels like plastic. It just wasn't enjoyable. The coverage was okay. I mean, yeah, let me see. Yeah, you can see right through it, but the coverage is okay. But it just, the holes are really big. You can really see the holes. And so, you know, I could sit here and do this without my magnifier if I held it just right in the light, but I don't like the feel of it at all. Not at all. And so this fabric, I'm not going to throw it away. I may donate it to a good cause, but I do not like it. So I restarted it because I do have other 25 count easy guide. And this is what I did in a day and a half. So this is, I am doing the black first, or at least on the first 2 pages. So page 1 and page 2, the black is all done. And I just think that is so fun to do that. I found that I liked doing that when I was doing the steampunk portal, that I liked picking one color and getting it all completed on the page, and then I would go in and fill in. And oh, I just absolutely love. Okay, so here's I absolutely love how it's turning out. So I wanted to show you the differences. So you can see right through this Luca, no problem whatsoever. You can see my shirt from underneath. It's showing right through. Not this one. The holes, I could probably stitch if I was in a nice bright light. I could stitch without a magnifier. I use a magnifier because, yeah, I do. But, you know, you can just tell the difference in the quality of the 2 different floss, or the 2 different fabric styles. So, yeah. I was so happy, and I just really wanted to get back to this. So this might come back out in June, as long as I don't get called for jury duty. But oh, it's been so much fun. That was so much fun to do, and I really liked it. And what's really great is I can leave it on that Q-snap. It'll only have to move a little bit. Not very much, because that's an 11 by 11. So, super cool. Okay. Now, the second thing that I started was an Autumn Lane. And this is Tonight We Ride. I'm stitching this on 32 count Belfast linen by Fiber on the Whim in the colorway Pumpkin. And let's see, did I pull my own colors, or am I using, I pulled my own colors. So, and where am I at? I did not do a lot. I started the moon. So that's where I'm at on this one. Oh, I hope I did this one correctly. It should be 12 by 8. Yeah, I did. Okay. So it's 12 wide by 8 tall. So that's where I'm at. Let's see, that orange is like I think right there. I think that's the color. This one, it will brightens up, but I think it's more back here. Yeah, I think that's a better representation of the color. So I started it. I didn't do a lot, but I started it. So as you see, my stitching kind of went down a little bit the last 2 weeks. But I'm very happy with my start. And I like this pumpkin. It's such a pretty color. Very, very pretty. Come on, get in there. And you guys do. Okay, so those were my 2 new starts for the last 2 weeks. I also worked on Patriotic Pincushion by Jeanette Douglas. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count dirty linen, and I believe it's by Witchell. And I'm trying to get this done before July 1st, and I got a really, really good jump on what I did this last time. All right, so this is new, all of that is new, and that flower and the leaf is also new. So, yeah. I'm almost done. I need to put the rose in, finish the border. Let's see, the rose, the border, the date. And then I'm done. The rose, the border, and the date. So there's really not much left to go. I'm very happy that it's almost done. Maybe I'll have a new or a finish here in the next couple of weeks. At least next month. I have to have it done by July 4th. That's what I need to do. So, very excited. Okay, and then I pulled out Skull Garden. And the Skull Garden is by Miss Prim. I am stitching on the skulls behind the fence, which is that one right there. And I thought I could get this done in a year. I don't think I can. I think it's going to take me longer because this is bigger than what I expected. I mean, it's a lot bigger than what I expected. But I did get quite a bit done. I finished the first cat. So I think I only had his head, and then I had the line going down just so I could see where his body was at. So I finished his body and then came over and did the swirlies. And I moved it, and I'm gonna, next time I work on this, I'm going to work on this section. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeleton looking cats. Well, there's a cat, a bat, and then 3 skeletons. So the cat's done, the bat, right, just up in here needs to get done, and then going on to the 3 skeletons. So I did cut down the fabric, so I still have the fabric in there to finish this up, which I did not tell you what the fabric was. Let's see. This is Atomic Ranch 32 count in Prairie Land. So I still have a big chunk of it, and if I want to do another one of, since all 3 of them are in the pattern, if I want to do another one, I can do it. So that's where this is at. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. And I like that it's only 2 colors. So that makes it nice. And I just dropped my 2 colors, excuse me. I didn't realize it had fallen out. Okie dokie, there we go. Okay. Then I worked on ink circles. And this is another Year Creeps by. And this is, yeah, like I said, by ink circles. I'm using the called for floss. And this is being stitched on 32 count Helix Lugana by Picture This Plus. And I do like Helix a lot. It's a nice gray, nice bluish gray tone here. And let's see, I finished the first row of blocks. So I didn't do a whole lot. I think I needed to finish like this one and this one, I think. I think I needed to finish these two. So I went ahead and finished those up. So now is I know I've said I wanted to do all the blocks, but I'm not sure now. I don't know if I want to do all the blocks first or if I want to start filling in. Because it would be nice to fill in, but it would also be nice to get all the blocks in. So they're 4x3 of the blocks. So we'll see when I pull it out again. This is one I'm going to work on a lot because I like it. I like this one a lot. It's a lot of fun. And especially with the blocks, they're just, you know, the same thing over and over and over. And I like that about this one. So I may just keep working on the blocks. Okay. And then I did work on my SAL. I'm keeping up with my SAL, hopefully. They said June may throw me to a loop, but we'll have to wait and see. If it does, then I can always work on it on a Saturday instead. So, Modern Folk Embroideries, Little Acorns for the 2026 SAL. Okay, so May. Sorry, this is May. May, you needed to do this little bit and this little bit. Okay. I actually finished that on Friday. So my May section is completed. This is being stitched on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R Fabrics. And I didn't do all the back stitching, but I did do the back stitching on the bottom portion because I thought it needed it. So this is where I'm at. Let me back up. Okay, so when this gets pulled out again on Friday, I am just going to start June. June is the second part of that motif line. So it's this, this, and this, and then the date and the initials. I may put mine and hubby's initials in here, and then the year. So I am still on schedule to finish this by the end of the year. Not by November, the end of November, but by the end of the year. I am at 50% done, so that's pretty exciting. But that's just the stitches, not the back stitches. So that's why I kind of am picking and choosing what back stitches I want to do and what back stitches I don't. I know that I will be doing the back stitching in this row because it needs it. And then all the back stitching in that row. There's a lot there because that obviously needs it as well. But I may not do the back stitching in this. So we'll have to wait and see how I'm feeling when I get to it. But I'm very happy to have gotten at least all of May's done. So, and I did it, yeah, the first Friday, or this third Friday, no, the second Friday, I'm sorry, I did this, third Friday, I did that, so there's one more Friday, and this may be a 5 Friday, I don't know, but we'll see. But I'll come back and do this side. There's not much left in that one. I'm hoping I can get that all done, and then I've just got those two to do. At least this one's really big, and this one's, yeah, the same. So anyway, I hope that made sense. Kind of made sense in my head, but then it didn't. I don't know. Okay, and the last thing I worked on for the last 2 weeks, of course, is Gamer. I don't know. I know I did Gamer. I didn't do her a lot, but I did. So especially this weekend, I worked on her all weekend. Last weekend, I didn't work on it Sunday. I didn't do anything Sunday except for play Pocopia and clean up the house and played with the kids. So anyway, Gamer, art by Medusa Dollmaker, charted by Gecko Rouge. I have the kit, and it's on 25 count, 1/1. So, okay. So last night when I was working on it, I finished her pinky finger. So all of her fingers are done. I don't have much more. And then that will, oops, don't pull the needle off. There we go. I'm almost done with the page. But that's where it's at. Look at her. She's just a gamer, having a good time. I feel bad that she's out of corded one. Don't have corded ones anymore. You can have corded ones, but I don't have corded ones. So no more corded controller. But that is where I'm at. Super, super exciting. So that is all of the stitching that I have this last 2 weeks. I have no plans. I have my new start already out there. I am going to be working on that. I know I wrote stuff down for the rest of the month. And I might go ahead. Thursday, I have it down as Whip Go. I'll just cross that out and figure something else out. I have the ink circle one. I probably will work on that. And on the 31st, well, Friday, it was 5 Fridays in a month. So I like 5 Fridays because then that gives me an extra day to do Little Acorn. And on the 31st, which is a Sunday, I will be working on Halloween at Huckman Hollow. I will keep that. Tomorrow I'm supposed to work on Santa's Village. I pulled it out and looked at it and put it back. So I'll probably will work on it tomorrow. I may switch the color. I've been working on white. I'm kind of tired of white, so I may see if I can count down and work on the house instead. But I'm not sure. I just realized I had said I wanted to show you one of my mom's cross stitching, and I forgot. So if you're still with me, this I will show you. This is one of my mother's. She absolutely loved cross stitch. She did it a lot, and this is one of her pieces that she never did anything with, and I'm thinking I may do something with it. I'm not quite sure. She cross stitched and she crocheted. Those were her two, and read. She loved reading. So she did take this and she got it dry cleaned. But here is her piece. It is on, I believe, 14 count. She didn't use linen. She did an Aida. And she did all this back stitching. Her back stitching is beautiful. Her backs. Come on. Her back. This is not fair. Look at this back. It's perfect. Me, I don't care about the back at all. No, I don't care. But look at that. It is just simply gorgeous. I'm half tempted to iron it and get it framed. It's awfully small, though. It's awfully tight to get it framed. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But this is one of those that I found. I found this quite a while ago and had put it aside. She just had it in an old plastic bag. So, yeah. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. But it makes me happy. Because I have my grandmother's cross stitches. I know I've showed you guys those before. I have those, but I don't have any of my mother's cross stitch. So this is very special. Very, very special to me. So I have talked to you about my new starts, my whips, my mother's beautiful work. Anything else? Oh, and the fabric that I didn't like. So looking around, I really don't have anything anything else to talk to you guys about. And then this is going to be a half an hour. I haven't done a half an hour one in a very long time. So I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.